What up, peeps? Tony Baker here for another movie review. This time I'm reviewing Ready Player One from the legendary director Steven Spielberg. Finally came out. I've been seeing trailers for this for a while. The movie's it's set in 2045, and the world is, usually when you go into the future, the world is in chaos. And this movie is no exception. It's set in Columbus, Ohio, and the city's everybody just stacked on one another, and it's just like, the future looks trash. And the only outlet for people is a virtual reality world called Oasis, created by James Halliday, which is played by Mark Rylance, who's been a Steven Spielberg favorite as of late. He won an Oscar for Bridge of Spies. The movie stars Sheridan, who you may remember from X-Men. He played Cyclops in one of those installments. T.J. Miller provides a voice in this joint. Simon Pegg is in there as well. If you saw the trailer, they don't really give too much away in terms of story and plot. And it just looks like a whole bunch of fun images from like the 80s that you grew up with. Whether it's video game, cartoons, movies, whatever, it looks like just a mixture of just nostalgia. I grew up on video games and movies and TV shows. So it was like, yo, oh. Like in the trailer, I saw the Iron Giant, who's one of my favorite animated films. So I was like, yo, that's pretty dope, man. And Back to the Future, the DeLorean is in there. Oh man, don't get me started on Back to the Future. But the movie looked real interesting. Like, yo, this is a movie about my childhood. So the majority of the movie is set in this virtual world. It's kind of like, think of Tron. It's better than the Tron remake. I'll say that out the gate. The story is good. It's set up like, if you're a gamer, you'll appreciate the story because he has to find these 3 keys to unlock something big. So you're drawn to that if you're a gamer. I'm a gamer, but not really a gamer. I like to play games, but like, I got stuff to do. So then when I play too many games, I feel guilty about not doing enough stuff that I need to get done. So I can't just sit and, maybe if I had a regular 9-to-5 job, then I would feel better about completely just gaming out on weekends because I know I got to go back to work on Monday. But since my job is like, I always got to be creating, I got to show every night, it's like, I got to be doing something. But I miss games though, I grew up on them. The special effects, the budget, you see it all on screen. You can tell money was put in. The budget is like $170 million. So you already know going in, it's gonna be big budget. This Steven Spielberg, they're gonna put the money out there because they believe in him. The movie was supposed to be released in like December 2017. They pushed that back to avoid Star Wars, which I can respect because Star Wars is a vacuum at the box office. I made like 41 million opening weekend since it came out a little earlier because of the holiday. It made like 53 million. For the first 4 days. Not bad, not crazy numbers, but I think they're hoping that word of mouth is gonna propel the movie further than it is. Me personally, I enjoyed the movie. I was invested, but I wasn't totally invested. Like the stakes weren't that high for me. Like I was enjoying what I was seeing. I was enjoying the ride, enjoying like the different Easter eggs. And oh, yo, this dude from Mortal Kombat. Oh, they put him in there. Like I enjoyed that. And there's one particular scene involving one particular movie that ruined my life. I don't want to give away the surprise. We don't do spoilers on my review. That scene was my favorite scene in the movie. I was like, yo, they really went in there. That was a dope scene, and that scene alone adds an extra saxophone to my rating. Overall, it was just, the story was cool, but the stakes weren't that high for me. So I was just enjoying the ride, like I said. And something was missing there. Something was like, I needed more adrenaline pump, I guess, and I didn't get it. But still, it was good, the characters were cool, visually it was dope, took me into another virtual world. Maybe because it was a virtual world, I was like, the stakes aren't really that high, man. Yeah, it might be game over, but it's not really game over. What are the takeaways? The dystopian future. I'm always interested to see how bad the future is, because the future's always bad. It's very rare in a movie that like, man, the future, man, it's going down in the future, huh? They don't call it the future, it's the present to them. But it's always like, oh man, a nuclear war wiped out 70% of the population. Now everybody's living in cans. So it's always that type of setup for the future. Everybody's just living underground. But this one, everybody was stacked up. But the future, they didn't really dwell on the living conditions of the present too much. You got a quick visual, like, all right, okay. But they immediately go right into the virtual world. So they didn't spend a lot of time really creating and like letting you know how bad the present may have been. The focus was mainly on how much everybody appreciated what was created with Oasis and like them playing the game and wanting to just change what was going on. That future wasn't that bad. Like, yeah, I like a nice apartment that wasn't stacked on top of one another, but I could see myself thriving in that reality. Another takeaway is, I don't care about love interests in these kind of movies, man. I don't care, because usually when there's action involved, love needs to be put on the back burner. Because usually you're trying to survive. So you ain't got time for the first kiss, you ain't got time for the emotion. You just gotta survive, okay? People be falling in love fast. I'll be like, nah, man, y'all falling in love too quick. Let's get this mission accomplished, okay? You worry about that later. It's always a distraction to me. Like, yeah, but I love her. They always want to throw love in there just to raise the stakes. You don't have to raise the stakes with love. Just you care about this person, you don't want to leave anybody behind. That's good enough for me. I don't want to leave my friend behind. I feel every piece. There doesn't have to be a romantic love attached for me to care about your friends. Because then when you create the love interest, then you have this hierarchy of important people. Like, yeah, if you lose the friend, but I didn't lose the love interest. Wow, see? I want a platonic movie sometimes, where everybody's just cool with each other and just friends. Maybe they'll hook up later on, but that's later on down the line. Our lives are on the line. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Y'all wanna know my review on the smooth jazz tip. Well, here it is. Oh yeah. I'm giving Ready Player One 3.5 saxophones out of 5. Is that real enough for you, or is it virtual? All right, peeps, thanks for listening to my review of Ready Player One. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comment section below. Did you think it was all that it was cracked up to be, or was something missing for you? And how did it feel to see all your favorite peeps from back in the day, movies, characters, how did it feel to see them again in one movie? That's crazy. And if you like stuff like this, or like virtual reality, check out the original Tron that came out in the 80s with Jeff Bridges. The Lawnmower Man, which is based on the Stephen King book. Yeah, check those out. I would say Virtuosity, but that's a guilty pleasure. It's probably Denzel's worst movie, but it may be Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves. Another, you know what, don't check that out. Forget I ever said it. Forget I ever said it. But if you like just going into video games, Wreck-It Ralph. Now that's a good one right there. Anyway, that's neither here nor there though, man. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as usual, we out here.